And here we go. And good luck, we're all counting on you. And it looks like both runners are heading towards Vanilla 3.
And so far, the first big difference is OPTLawyer gets the first bomb, ZebGedney does not.
Which is level 7. Now, it's all the enemy groups are shuffled. All of the and OPT nopes right out of the room with the 2 blue Lionels and the 2 stacks of pancakes.
You know, I can't say I blame him, given that this room will take a little bit for ZebGedney to clear. It's generally just faster to skip the combat if you can avoid it, although it looks like OPT is now going to go back.
Yeah.
It does have bombs, which
have to go
basically
back.
just room up some.
Well, he tried the rooms to the right and found out that one was an old man room and the other could not drop anything, couldn't have anything, so he noped right out of them.
I'm already seeing UHP keys and not enjoying that.
I don't care. I don't have to play it.
Look, for as trolly as I am, that is one thing I generally don't wish upon anyone, and that is high HP keys and gels.
That's fair. And ZebGedney is going to nope. Is going to find the that room and nope his way right back out. Although it's 1 hit point Zols. Now let's see if OPT actually might be able to get that. Might be able to get that manhandler.
Well, the good news is, because of the bubbles in this room, he will only have to clear this like one last time, and the room will never respawn as long as he does not leave level 7. And wow!
Nice.
Very nice bomb from OPT.
And he finds that bomb hole. I did not... ZebGedney goes into... Was that Vanilla 1 that Zeb went into?
Yes.
Which is going to be level 2. I don't know if it really matters, except for... And it's got a bomb... It's got a bomb upgrade.
That probably won't
and
get bought.
A bunch of rabbits.
Rabbits are good. I want to take a minute to appreciate this level 7, because it looks like there's going to be a bomb wall to the left to start that the only way you'd know about is either pirouetting the door or getting the map. Or just getting lucky and bombing around randomly. But that is really good information for OPT to have, that he could theoretically bomb left there.
Now, I do have another question, because I have not played these flags, and I'm not 100% sure on these flags. And that is, are drop groups shuffled?
They are not. So your normal bomb droppers will have bombs, your normal rupee droppers will have rupees, your normal health droppers won't drop anything, because that's what they do.
Well, yeah, we all know this is true. And OPTLawyer pirouettes and does get that bomb wall. And
that's
Patra.
nice. That's what you wanted to see in this level, is a Patra.
Well, I happen to know OPT loves Patras.
If we look on Zeb's side, we do have the Armos location shuffled.
Yes, and everything's coming up Millhouse. It is a small secret which puts the Armos Knight... Which puts the actual Armos item... Is that the one up on Death Mountain?
No, that is the one southeast of Vanilla 2.
Okay. Southeast or northeast?
Southeast. OPT doing a really good job of taking out this Patra. Zeb is trying to manipulate a bomb drop off of the blue Octorok.
And Zeb gets his bombs. And did I see silver arrows there on Zeb's side?
I would be very curious if you did, because I'm not sure where he would have
yes.
gone.
2. It's in 2. Our tracker, and big thank you to our tracker, does have silver arrows in level 2. And OPT is gamely grinding his way through that Patra, and ZebGedney picks up the first of those take any's.
So, let's see what OPT gets. He gets
a heart container. For that much effort, though,
and the keys for 2 HP.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, after all that effort, you definitely take the heart. He also gets free access to the north of the room, which may be the reward in and of itself. Now, the interesting thing about Silver's in 2. Yes, it's kind of a pain because they're in 2, and 2 sometimes isn't the easiest dungeon, because it can just roll really bad enemies. But on the other hand, 2 is a small enough dungeon that you're gonna end up getting both items out of it anyway. I don't see OPT skipping the 2 items in 2.
Well, okay, so I do have a question with shapes, because I've not played shapes before.
Okay.
Is it the first quest or second quest items?
It is the first quest item. So level 1 will have 3 items, level 2 will have 2 items on the floor, level 3 will have an item in a stair and an item on the floor. Level 6 will be terrible, level 8 will be terrible, level 7 will be level 7.
And ZebGedney finds level 4 in... I didn't notice where he was going because I was watching OPT... gamely work his way through this horrifying level 7.
My guesstimation is that it's at Vanilla 2, based on where he was on the overworld.
Okay. Yeah, getting the... because he got the Armos item, which was a heart.
Yep. And we're seeing the first couple of keys in the scene.
And we're less than 15 minutes in. We're less than 15 minutes in, and OPTLawyer has found both keys and bombs. Better than several seeds I've seen him play.
The bombs are a lie. They're just blueberries. Koreas look like they rolled pretty decently today. Zeb finds more bombs in level 4.
Nice.
OPT finds a ladder block.
That's a very handy bomb drop.
Looks like OPT is bomb or ladder blocked out of the rest of level 7.
That is how it appears.
Now this is important. So the room to go to the north of level 7, that like Blue Lionel room, that will respawn, but because the Patra is considered a boss enemy, the Patra will not.
And a nice bomb drop there for OPT. Looks like he is probably going to go up and take that fairy refill. Don't blame him for that.
And I think he's going to go back into 7 here. He's already dug out a lot of it. No, he's not. Interesting. I would have thought he would go back to 7. Given that he's already seen most of it.
No, he's gonna say he's gonna think he's ladder blocked, which he might be, and he's gonna go up and check Armos items and check the Armos spot and 6 or Vanilla 6.
It is also extremely close to start, and that's a factor that can't be ignored. I like this choice to go ahead and look for the Armos before you go to Vanilla 6. If you don't have a lot of items, if you have enough items that Well, if you have a lot of items by the time you get over here, you've definitely delayed it. So gonna go check the shop out.
Now. Ooh, blue candle. Blue candle shop.
The importance of the blue candle shop. With the blue candle, you can get into the Vanilla 8 location. And you can pick up some money. And you can pick up a heart container. That's it.
Yes. But you have to get into Vanilla 8 anyway, so...
I mean, you don't have to. You just do if you want to finish the seed. But strictly speaking, there is nothing forcing you to go into level 6.
And level 6 is in the Vanilla level 6 slot.
You finally get a map in level 4 to see that it is a shape.
And plays Find That Bomb Hole. And 6 is definitely segmented.
But it's actually not as big as the average 6. That's kind of significant.
Yeah, and the ropes have rolled high.
Now this room is just terrible. That's a room you come back with a ladder, or just tons of health. Zeb finds the Triforce in 4.
Zeb finds the Triforce in 4. And finds another terrible room.
Well, that's nice game.
Okay, so he nopes out of the Zelda room because that can't drop an item. Is that correct?
That is correct. The only thing of value in there is if you need drops off of the enemies. So I think if you're gonna go for that room in level 6, that moat room, because logically you can be required to just space tank it, you're probably best off trying to get a candle and candle boost through it.
I wonder if I were ZebGedney at this point, when I come out of this dungeon, and maybe I'm just crazy and bad at this, but I think I might go and get the white sword item because I'm guaranteed to be able to get it, and we've got a wand.
I would definitely think that's the play to make, given that you're still missing 4 items to beat the seed. There's no reason not to skip the white sword item right now.
And OPT finds level 3, and it's a ladder.
That's kind of important.
That's a beautiful thing to find.
With the early ladder, that is going to give OPT the ability to not have to worry about ladder blocks ever, which is significant in and of itself. He's also going to be able to get the coast item, which I don't think we've seen yet.
We have not. And
the ladder as well.
Oh, that's blue Moldorms. Or blue Landmos, sorry.
However, he does an excellent job dodging them to get into that room to get the ladder.
He does significantly better than I do at dodging them.
And OPT is our first runner with a ladder at 14 minutes-ish.
Well, he gets eaten afterwards, but that may have been deliberate.
Yeah, escaping a blue land molar room when you enter from the left is nigh impossible.
And
this game
we
is not
have
like Lawyer. Like, you know, if you're OPT, you just got the ladder. I almost wonder if you don't just go right to 6 here. Because now that room that was terrible at the start of 6 is easy mode.
Maybe so. Or maybe you go and pick up the 2 bombable, maybe you go pick up the 2 bombable take-any's, get the 2 hearts, get your white sword item, and reevaluate once you've done that.
Perhaps. Ooh,
And
that's
he's got
low
the D.
though.
That's a D.
Level 3 is loaded in this seed. So now the question is, how quickly does OPT go to level 2? I think at this point the better play is to actually go ahead and go to 1, then route up through the forest. But
Yeah.
it's all just a matter of when does OPT go to level 2, and those are expensive arrows.
But Vanilla 1 is level 2.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He wants to head that direction.
Although I'm not sure where he actually is for level 3.
It's Vanilla 9.
Roger that. And Zeb finds level 8.
Oh look, it's got a transport stair. What a surprise!
I am shocked that you can't see it, but this is my shocked face.
Oh look, it has a Patra. What a surprise!
I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Oh look, it's segmented. What a surprise! We kind of had an idea that it would be segmented based off of the map in 7.
Yeah, I don't play shapes, so I don't know how to read up levels from the maps.
The main thing to remember is that levels 1 through 6 share a 16x8 grid. Levels 7 and 8 share an 8x8 grid, so they will more often than not just be inverses of each other. And then level 9 has its own 8x8 grid that looks like Swiss cheese. Without fail.
And level 3 looks like a weird candlestick.
You know, I actually kind of get like a screw with a wing nut on top.
Okay, that works too.
Zeb is going to see the first item in 8 if he can get past his Patra. So to answer the question in chat of what is Shapes? Shapes is a setting where the randomizer procedurally generates dungeon layouts instead of the vanilla layouts.
And
so that's why you're
it's
seeing the Y of level 3, the cluster that is level 6.
And it was just a heart in level 8. And 33... Okay, 9 small secret, 33 medium secret.
This is very important. OPT opted to leave level 3 due to a blue wizard block, and he's not going to go check out level 1 here. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not checking out level 1 right now.
I'm surprised he's not either checking out level 1 or going to get those white sword. Okay, he's going to get a candle.
Well, that's fair. I mean, if you're coming this way anyway, which he might actually be going for the level 8 spot, no?
No, I think he's going for the take any and white sword, and Zeb's found a red ring.
Red ring in level 8 is significant, as that not only saves you a bunch of money, that will give you the ability to deal with wizards freely, more or less.
Okay, what spot is Zeb in for? What spot's Zeb in for Vanilla 8 or for 8?
Vanilla 5.
Okay, which means I think we're gonna see OPT heading up there. Short. No, we're not. Oh, he's going to get his Armos item.
He's gonna get his Armos, probably his Coast item, then do Vanilla 8, Vanilla 2, Vanilla 5, and he'll probably just do Vanilla 1 last. Which
is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, because that would give him his Silver Arrows, which will let him just rip through anything that isn't a wishrobe. I think he's looking for a blue ring shop at this point.
He saw a blue ring shop, but he was looking for an arrow shop.
That also makes sense. He's gonna go check out his Coast item. It's a power bracelet. He's gonna go ahead and grab it as soon as the sprites cooperate.
Sweet, buttery, flaky croissant.
So the thing with the ladder is, if there's too many sprites on the screen, it literally just doesn't spawn.
I'm surprised that after he got the take any up there, that he did not go up to look at the white sword item, and he's found level 1. And has done the pirouette trick to get rid of one of the key doors.
I feel like... Also, we apparently missed book an 8 on the floor. So Zeb has True Triforces, OPT has 0. If Zeb goes to level 3 first, I think that's going to put Zeb in a more significant lead than it would look like. Because then he'll have Bow Silver, so he can just start ripping through these... again, he can start ripping through any room that isn't Wizrobes. Most importantly, he can rip through Pole's Voice. And Recorder is our white sword item.
Ooh. And I recognize that song, and I can't place what it is.
I recognize it, I just don't know the name of it. Looks like OPT with it. OPT is going to pick up the Triforce in level 1. Zeb is about to go into level 1. He is holding off on level 3 for the moment. Assuming Zeb has the blue candle. I believe he purchased that.
He has not purchased it, but he's about to.
Now he's going to go into level 1 with his newly purchased red candle. Or blue candle. So the big thing that Zeb is going to have here, as he skips the power bracelet, is he is going to be able to face tank this Gleeok just to knock it down. On top of having the wand, he really does have all of the combat right. That's the one thing that OPT is lacking, is the combat. Also, apparently, we missed the transport, so it is a segmented one.
No, I noticed the transport. I just didn't mention it.
No, well, I guess I'm just going to be slow.
To reply to EMP in chat, yeah, every song is 4-chord. Or you can make about 30, at least, songs on 4 chords. Just change the key.
To answer the other question in chat, this is round 2 between these two runners. ZebGedney took round 1 and currently has, I would say, the lead in round 2.
And yes, EMP, I've heard that Axis of Awesome bit too.
OPT may be in the final item room in level 1. It's a heart container.
It's a heart container.
So that's at least 2 hearts in level 1. I don't know if we've seen the stair item yet.
I'm thinking if I'm OPT at this point, I've got, what, 8 hearts? I've got 8 hearts. I'm starting to think about the potentially going mags.
Especially given he has no red wing, and we haven't seen the white sword yet.
Of course, I'm also bad at this and pretty well always looking for mags.
I am one of those people that will grab Magical Sword if it's convenient, or the seed is just that terrible in the combat. But elsewise, I generally won't go out of my way for it.
Like I say, I'm bad at this.
I mean, to be fair, races have been won and lost based on Magical Sword being able to be picked up in A.
And we have an N
Speaking of
key.
magical items. Yes.
So, Dwedit Mags is in the vanilla spot.
To answer the follow-up question from C-Note, it will be 10 to 14 hearts to pick that up.
And Zeb can potentially pick up mags right now.
He could. OPT is going to opt to buy some arrows. I don't blame him on this decision. For all he knows, they're in 9. Little does he know they're in 2.
Little does he know they're in vanilla 1.
And to answer the question, yes, for this specific flag set, the Magical Sword will be at its vanilla location, as there is no cave shuffle. For the majority of the flag sets that are commonly raced outside of the tournament, the full cave shuffle is on. So the Magical Sword could be at level 9, it could be in Death Mountain, it could be at start.
And OPT finds 4.
To answer the next question in chat, yes. There is a list of flags that are on, which I can bring that up right now. Would you mind if I go through a quick flag rundown?
Please.
So we have First Quest Overworld, Shapes Dungeons, which are the randomizer procedurally generated shapes like you're seeing on Zeb's side with level 1. Community hints, so all of the hints will be just little jokes that the community's come up with, nothing helpful there. Normal start screen. Ganon is forced, and level 9 entry is 8 Triforces, so you will have to fight Ganon to rescue Zelda. We'll go a little bit more in detail on that as we get into level 9. The enemy HP is ±2, but the boss HP is normal. There is no cave shuffle for this flag set. But the dungeon locations are shuffled amongst themselves. That's why we see level 2 at level 1, level 4 at level 2, etc. The shuffle dungeon items flag is on with all of its sub-flags, including White Sword, Power Bracelet, Ladder, and Dungeon Heart Shuffle. Which, with that, Red Ring and Silver Arrows cannot be forced to 9, as we've seen both already. Shop items have been shuffled.
One moment. Level 7... Vanilla level 7 is level 9.
That is good information to have, as we now know that the raft cannot be recorder blocked outside of, Dig Doggers. We have the enemy group shuffle, which includes the overworld enemies. That's why you're seeing things like Stalfos on the overworld, Dark Nuts on the overworld, Lionels in dungeons, so on and so forth. Boss groups are randomized, so instead of the bosses appearing in their normal groups, they can appear anywhere. So we might see Dig Doggers in 9, we might see Manhandlers in 7, so on and so forth. Magical Sword cannot be picked up at 10 hearts. The Red Bubble Curse is set to random, as we do not have red bubbles available. Starting hearts is 3, and starting Triforces is 0. And yes, the guineas are forced to be in their vanilla locations, with one exception. If you have the full start shuffle on and you start in the grave, exactly 1 guinea we'll go to the start location.
And OPT's gonna find his boomstick in level 4.
Now, Zeb has red ring and 10 hearts. I wonder if he's just going to face tank this death room down here.
He very well could.
Looks like he's going to try to do that. Remember, folks, that because there are traps in this room will stay dead once Zeb clears it, with the exception of the Vire, because he was not able to kill it in one hit. So now he's in a relative safety. Does he survive that? He does not. He is going to have to redo this entire room.
Wah, wah. And OPTLawyer finds a heart in 4. Yes, thank you for recapping the flag set.
I think OPT will be happy to see his, what's it called? His wand in here, but he's probably hoping for red ring more than anything else, I think. Given what he knows about 3.
I would be very much hoping for. I'd be very much hoping to see a. I'd be very much hoping to see silvers. I would be very much hoping to see. I'd be very much hoping to see a raft. And I'm bad at this, I've said before. I would also be very much hoping to see a boomerang. Preferably a bloomerang.
So to answer the question that has come in the chat, if you re-enter a given room, the game has an internal spawn priority list that it keeps track of. So if, let's say, the prime enemy in a room is the Zal will be the first thing to spawn every time you leave and re-enter the room. That changes from room to room, and certain rooms have really good enemies as the priority, such as Tektites. Other rooms can have really bad enemies as the priority spawn, such as the blue Wishropes.
And I believe OPT is going to find his boomstick.
I don't think he's going to say no to it.
Yes, I know it's not the actual boomstick flag, but yeah.
Not too terribly surprising that we find a lot of the transport stairs 6, as it is a segmented level.
Seeing the blue Lionels in the dungeon, does that mean that blue Lionels will not be on the overworld?
Correct. An enemy can only appear in the dungeons or on the overworld. It cannot appear in both, even down to the little enemies like the Geese and whatnot. We've had a couple of questions come in the chat, or question-like statements. The first is, yes, you can change the items without going into the menu if you have the flag select swap on. Which means that basically instead of the select being the normal pause feature, it allows you to swap items by pressing it.
And Zeb finds a Chevy room.
To answer the second question, that is correct. There are no dark rooms in shapes with the exception of Ganon's room. I don't know if that's on the block to be re-added in. Then the third question in chat is, why would places keys if they are an overworld enemy, given that the passages always have them? So there's a select couple of enemies that cannot go into the overworld. These are the Keys, the Gels, the Zals, the Likes, and the Ballmasters. And there might be others that I'm missing that I can't remember offhand.
And I agree with the old man on that one. Rosanna is better than Africa. But not by much.
So this is the part where my Mastodon bias shows up. And I just go listen to March of the Fire Ants. Or anything off of Blood Mountain.
And OPT has found his way into 8, which means he may be finding... Which means he is on the way to finding his red ring.
Well, remember, from his perspective, he's still missing Recorder, Raft, and the Silver Arrows. So there is enough items at large for him to look through this 8.
Yes, since there are 2 items plus a floor item.
I didn't see if there was a floor drop in that room with the Patra. Looks like both of our items in 6 are in this little hook at the bottom.
No floor item from the Patra.
We're getting indication in chat that there was an initial drop in the room before the Patra even went down.
Ah.
To answer the question, yes. If there's in this flag set, if there is a floor drop in a room, there will be no push block in that room. Now, there is an exception if you have second quest rooms on. If you have second quest rooms on, you can have stairs in rooms with floor drops if it's a specific of a subset of rooms. So there's a couple of rooms that have floor drops that also have stairs.
And we do have a bloomerang in 6.
Best item of the game. Depending on who you ask. And a raft deep in 6. To me, the deep dive of 6 right now puts Zeb firmly in the driver's seat. With a note that if OPT pulls the red ring out of 8 and can make his way over to Vanilla 1 and Vanilla 6 quickly, he will not be very far behind. But as of right now, Zeb is in the driver's seat.
I would agree with that.
Now, the other side of it is, Zeb will be in Triforce and Go mode going through level 5, which we now know is at the raft spot by sheer process of elimination. If OPT opts to do level 5 before checking Vanilla 1 and level 6, that he may end up digging all of 5.
Yeah, if he decides to do those before he does Vanilla 1, then that's game over.
To answer the question in chat, in shapes, any holes in the map will not be explorable. This is partially done for sanity check reasons, I think, and also partially done because shapes becomes magic. Find the magic ball hole often enough as it is. We don't need more of it with holes in the map.
And OPT finds the Triforce for 8.
And I agree with this decision to go ahead and keep digging. You're missing a lot of items still. You've got no reason to just grab that Triforce and leave. He's going to get his red ring here. Probably happy to see that. Probably very happy to see that.
I'm gonna say there's no probably about that. He is absolutely happy to see that. He is, I would go so far as to say, overjoyed to see that.
So now he just needs to find his last item, which we know is going to be the book. Zeb sees his ladder, and he's also happy. I'd imagine he's happy to see that, although maybe a little disappointed to be getting it at 40 minutes in.
Yeah, we know he is. We know he's not.
Was there a ladder block in level 2?
There was a ladder.
I haven't seen the ladder block
I
otherwise.
think there was.
OPT is going to get the Triforce out of level 8. We'll see if he redigs it.
Let's see if he goes back in. Nope.
He does not.
He is noping out of there.
This is not a bad play to make, given that he's already seen 2 of the items. He might have even seen the book, and we just didn't notice it. Zeb has picked up his bow. Zeb is now our first runner in Triforce and Go mode. OPT picks up his recorder. He just needs to make his way over to level 2, which is at Vanilla 1, and level 6, which is at Vanilla 6. Should he do both of those, he will also be in Triforce and Go mode. Also, this room is terrible.
And let's be fair, Vanilla 1 is the logical place for him to go from here.
I would agree, except for the fact that he hasn't gotten the Triforce out of 3 yet, and it is the closest dungeon, so that's where he's headed. And that silver arrows will not help against these Wizrobes, so I don't think this is a bad idea to go ahead and just knock this out while you're here. He might go down to 6 afterwards.
I would have thought Vanilla 1 was closer.
To that location, Vanilla 1 is closer, but it puts Vanilla 9 and level 6 farther away. Zeb wants some bombs. Oh, OPT doesn't have the compass. Zeb is going to be the first of our runners into level 5.
And dummy account, yes, Zeb is in Go mode.
Whether he knows it or not is another matter entirely. And OPT is going to avoid the blue wizard room at all costs until he kills these land villas and sees he's got to do it. To answer the question in chat, yes. So what Zeb did was an example of what's known as the pirouette. The way the game treats entering dungeons and the overworld screens is kind of weird. Whatever direction you enter, so let's say an overworld screen has a dungeon on it. Whatever direction you entered that overworld screen from, the game assumes you entered that dungeon room from that direction. So, if you enter an overworld screen from the north, the game assumes you went through the north wall to get into the dungeon. Which means that in the case of there, where there was a bomb wall to the north, that bomb wall automatically opened as the game said, okay, well, if you came in from that way, you've already opened that door from the other side, and it just opened it for free. This also works with keys. Technically works with shutters, but shutters open anyway, so... And this is a case where the respawn trick is not helping OPT, as the blue Lionel was the primary spawn in this room. But he clears it, gets his Triforce. He is the first runner with the Triforce out of 3.
Yes, and both Zeb has a little bit of a lead as far as he's in Triforce and Go mode, but they both have the same number of Triforce pieces.
For OPC's sake, the best thing that he can do right now is to dig is to go to Vanilla 1 before he goes to the raft spot. Logically, I don't think you would want to do that. You'd want to go ahead and knock out what's at the raft spot, because it's on the way. We know that it's nothing. I mean, it could be a red can, it could be a white sword.
I almost think you want to... I almost think you might do 6, come out, reset, or up A. He's gonna try. Okay, he's gonna try and get mags. Reset up A and go to Vanilla 1.
That would give you the benefit of doing a right to left clear, which, given he has the recorder, if he gets the raft before 6, he could opt to do 1 for 7 instead of 7 for 1.
Yes.
Now, the other side of the coin is how fast are the items going to be in level 5 to get? If the items are not necessarily out of the way of the Triforce, it may be a moot point regardless.
This is a valid point.
And crucially, OPT does have the ladder for this dungeon, so his clear of this is going to be a little bit quicker.
By a little bit, we mean a lot.
Outside of the pole... Well, no, actually, he bought the wooden arrows, so he will be able to do the Pole's Voice rooms. I think Zeb was trying for hearts. Or the floor item. Because those rooms can't... The Diamond Stair rooms can drop an item, and that could have been the Triforce, because we have not yet seen the Triforce at level 5.
Okay, Transport Stair, which as we know, actually is what he wants to get the items.
Now, all of this is predicated on level 9 not being absolutely terrible. If level 9 is terrible for one runner and free for the other, that could make all of this not necessarily a moot point, but effectively a moot point.
Level 9, the Great Equalizer.
Now, the difference between doing a level 9 where you're looking for items and a level 9 where you're not looking for items is, as Zeb picks up the Triforce in 5, if you're doing level 9 and not looking for items, you're probably just going to pass through every room you can and not take any stairs in hopes of hearing Ganon through sheer coverage alone and hoping to find Zelda on the way. If you are looking for items at 9, you probably will end up clearing more rooms just for stairs alone. But the map and compass become a little bit more valuable to make tracking 9 easier.
And Zeb heading to 2.
He's going to pick up a little bit of money here, don't blame him. It's free ammo. And let's see what Zeb does with this level 2. Oh, it's a bomb upgrade.
Yeah, we remember that. I remember, or at least I do.
I forgot it was in this dungeon. It's been a while.
Valid point.
And I like that OPT is going to go ahead and continue to dig. This is not a bad idea.
Well, we know it's a necessary idea because raft.
Right, but also consider he hasn't been to Vanilla 1 yet. He doesn't know that the raft is in here. For all he knows, the raft could be sitting in the level of Vanilla 1 and he doesn't actually need to dig this. Zeb is opting not to pick up the expensive bomb upgrade. Can't necessarily say I blame him. And I forget, I did not see which room the silvers were in. But it looked like they were early in the dungeon.
Oh, remember that? I do not.
Today's guest commentary partner is Yoda.
And Zeb trying the fifth element method of dealing with those. And Zeb completely ignoring King Banana.
I mean, at this point, you're 51 minutes into the seed. You're just looking for Triforces. You've got no reason to go pick that up.
But you have no reason to step out of your way to not pick it up.
But you have no reason to pick it up.
Except that it wastes a step out left and then back to the right, avoiding it.
You know. It's a thing. It looks like the Triforce is actually ladder blocked in level 2. So we might have seen earlier. And I just missed. I probably just missed. Now this is important for OPT. He is about to see his raft if he keeps following this path, which is good news for him. But he finds the first item. It is the magic boomerang. He says no thanks. Zeb skipping the banana again.
Now going that way, yeah, I can see not getting the banana.
OPT takes out the manhandle. He gets the raft. He is a silver arrows away from Triforce and Go mode, and we know that those are in level 2 just waiting for him. And also of note, OPT has already gotten the Triforce out of level 3. Zeb is going to have to go back for that, which is pretty far out of the way at this point. Oh, look at this. More blue wish robes.
Oh, blue whizzies.
I could actually see Zeb buying the bomb upgrade here.
Zeb picks up Triforce 2. OPT picks up Triforce 6.
So, OPT is one Triforce behind. But because he's already gotten that Triforce out of 3, he's not as far behind as it looks. Furthermore, he already has the map and compass out of level 7 because he opted to dig that early. So his 7 may end up being faster than ZebGedney 7.
And OPT is going to go the opposite way, and it looks like he may go to 5, which is not going to be good.
Well, he might also just finish 7 off. Because 7 was right next to start, so as far as he's concerned, it might be, okay, check the recorder spot, do 7. And 5 didn't look that big, so this still very much could and probably will come down to 9. Barring 9 being absolutely free. OPT sees level 9, he is going to say no thanks. Actually, he probably just holds off on level 7 till the end to get the free refill before 9.
Which means he's going to have to, yeah, he is going to do 5 first.
That is something we'll have to ask him about when he comes in here, if he comes in here, is what drove him to just completely abandon Vanilla 1 until the end of the seed.
That in any flag set, that's always going to be my first go. But again, I'm bad at this game.
I find that as of late, I'm pretty much just taking level 3, then go to 1, Armo 6, 9 on the way if I can, then do East Hyrule. Like, I generally try to do West Hyrule as much as I can first, just because to me that feels like the most efficient method. Zeb has the Triforce out of level 3.
Well, I also can't do the block clips.
He's now going to go to level 7. Get that Triforce, and he will be the first of our runners into level 9.
Yeah, I can't do the scroll clips or the block clips, so... So that makes 3 a lot harder to get to for me. To answer Dwedit, the numbers on the tracker means that's what dungeon that was in.
So, the thing that OPT needs to happen here is he needs to find his items quick in level 5. Most importantly, he needs Zeb to have a rough time at 9. Because if Zeb has a rough time at 9, whether it's bomb blocks, Wizro blocks, Patra blocks, and OPT is able to find the quick path, that's going to help him out a lot. But now remember, silvers weren't necessarily deep in 2. So, again, it's not... OPT is not as far behind as it may seem right now, even being down 5 Triforces to 7. It's just a matter of how quickly can OPT do this 5. And Zeb is going to go the other way from the Triforce. Hopefully he'll pick up a compass on the way here. I want to say it was on this side of 7 somewhere. Oh, it's right there. See, Zeb is going to find the bomb blocks of fate. He only has 1 bomb. That's actually kind of important. He's going to try to force a bomb here. He's unable to, and the wall does not open.
That's going to be a problem.
So now the question is, if you're Zeb... Okay, so he's going to leave 7 to get bombs. As OPT finds his way into 5, which he does not have very many bombs either. Zeb is going to opt to pick up some money here. No bomb drop from the blue Octoroks.
Good money in this seed.
Absolutely. And Zeb does get some bombs. He's going to go right back to 7, I imagine. OPT sees the Lionels.
Okay, so 7 will have 1 floor drop item and 1 staircase item?
Correct. Although we may not see either, as I don't believe we saw any of them on OPT's side, and Zeb is not going to be going for items in here. He just wants the Triforce. And another bomb block. Thankfully, there's a bomb pack on the floor for him. Another bomb upgrade. I think he actually is going to purchase it. He is, putting him up to 16 total, and this 7 is amazing.
Wow.
You have to go into a magic staircase room. We find the white sword in 5, that actually might be kind of significant. So, for those wondering what's going on, the reason that Zeb can't get into the Triforce room is you have to take a magic staircase to get in there, as it's one of these rooms, and it's bow blocked. So, the diamond stairs are the most likely staircase rooms to have drops in them. If you go into if you have a Triforce in a stair room, it's either going to be a corridor, diamond, or spiral staircase. The fact that it's magic stair to the Triforce in 5 is... or 7 is a thing, as Zeb is now eligible to enter level 9.
Wow, that is an amazing... That is just amazing.
So OPT finishes off level 5. He's going to have to go into 2, which we know is at vanilla 1. At which point he is going to have to get his silvers, and then he's going to have to kind of go into high gear. This is by no means impossible for OPT to force a game 3 here, but he is on the back foot to do it. I like the potion from OPT here.
So do I. I think it's I think that's the smart play when he's got the white, and he's perfectly comfortable doing Ganon with white sword.
OPT is now in level 2, an hour and 2 minutes in. Oh no, he's going the wrong way from the Wait, where were the silvers? I don't even remember where the dang things were. For all we know, they might be on this path anyway.
They might be. I don't.
I don't think he's gonna gamble on this dungeon though. I see no reason for him to gamble on it. I just don't see any reason whatsoever to gamble on this level 2 item. Oh, I hope... Well, I mean, he does have white sword, so he can actually just kind of sword these guys down with this potion. Which, I don't think we have wish robes at 9, so... Yeah, I think using the white sword instead of the bombs here is very important. And I like the fact that he said... he decided to save the bombs. We get a compass in 9.
And we play the magical game of find that bomb hole.
I mean, it's level 9. It kind of comes with the territory. So, I'm guessing based on the map of 2, the silvers had to have been down in the small little 2x2 segment where you entered the dungeon.
Yeah.
OPT is going to go ahead and full clear the rest of it, which, granted, the compass is up here, so he will get that, which will tell him he needs to go back. But, again, I don't see him gambling on the items in here. There's just no reason to with level 2. Unless it's really that bad a combat. Not quite sure why he's clearing this room, as this room cannot have a drop in shapes in any level but level 1. Zeb is...
He's making sure he's got his way back.
That's fair. Zeb is looking for the path to Zelda. We have not heard Ganon yet. That is not Zelda. OPT is still able to have some time to catch up, but his window of opportunity is closing. Sorry about that, I thought we heard Ganon. The longer he spends in this level 2... Wait. We have a pig! We have a pig! Maybe. We hear him.
We can hear a
Not
pig.
in this room. Could we have the perfect Zelda right next to Ganon situation? We have a pig! We have a pig fighting on Zeb's side as OPT is now getting his silver arrows. He is now in Triforce and Go mode. Remember, Zeb does not have a potion and he's taking quite a few hits.
Even with the red ring, those Ganon hugs hurt.
Absolutely. Zeb really wants to get the stun lock going. He's got it right now. Zeb gets the stun lock, gets Ganon down. Now he just needs a path to Zelda. Unless we've already seen one and I just missed it.
I don't think we've seen one, but we,
Oh man, what if it's a magical staircase to Zelda? I'd somehow be kind of okay with that.
that would be very fitting for this seed.
And OPT's window of opportunity is quickly closing as Zeb gets more of this 9 explored. However, if Zelda is magic staircase blocked, do not count OPT out until that staircase is found. OPT still needs to make his way over to level 7. Finish that off. I'm guessing that's where he's headed now. Zeb is looking for the path. See, the old man room is all bomb walls as we see Darkwing Duck makes his appearance. Wait, what? Oh no! No bomb balls!
I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the walls that do not bomb.
Well, that is terrifying. So OPT is going to find out that it's a magic stair to get into the back of this. However, if he continues exploring this portion of 7, he is going to find the magic stair that leads to there. That leads to the Triforce, and there's a heart. That's a heart of 9. OPT is going to find the not path to the Triforce. So, coming into 9, OPT is going to be at an exploration disadvantage. Zeb already knows where Zelda is, just doesn't have a path, already has Ganon defeated. But, as I've been saying, OPT is not out of this yet. OPT has picked up his final Triforce. He's heading into level 9. As Zeb is just looking for the path to Zelda. That's all he needs and that's all he wants. OPT is going to pick up some money here. Not a bad idea. Although it may not be enough. Zeb currently has a pathway that is leading to Zelda, but is stopped by walls. The wall opens. Can he go to the right? He cannot, but he can go to the north. See, there is a shutter door. And that is going to be it. ZebGedney has rescued the princess and will take this series 2-0. We'll have the official time in just a second here. Okay, Zeb's official time was a 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 35 seconds. We'll see if he's going to... Oh, he isn't here. GG, sir.
Thank you.
Well done, Zeb. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. It was certainly a fun 9 when you know Zelda's right there and just every single bomb wall doesn't want to open.
So, you had the ladder at about 40 minutes. OPT found the ladder at about the same time as you were roughly the same time as you were finding the silvers, because you seem to have the silvers quite early, and OPT had the ladder at about 13 minutes, give or take? 13, 14 minutes? But it came down to OPT did not go into Vanilla 1 until it was his very last location, so he ended up full digging 5 and 7.
Oh wow, yeah, that's rough. What was? Oh, Vanilla. Okay, yeah, that's right. Vanilla 1 was level 2, so
yep.
Yeah, that's tough. And yeah, I'm not really sure why I didn't go up to level 3 earlier. I got the recorder from the white sword spot, and my first thought was, well, I know where there's a candle shop, so why don't I whistle back to 4, go grab the candle on the coast, see what's on the coast, which ended up being nothing useful, and then go check Vanilla 8, which ended up being 1, which was nice because I was able to get the any key, but other than that, it was, just a couple of hearts and some time. And if I had just gone up to 3 right away, yeah, I guess I could have had the ladder a lot earlier along with the bow, which would have been great to go with the silver arrows nice and early.
Absolutely. The other thing that OPT did find, due to his searching of level 5, was he found the white sword.
Oh, okay.
A room past where the Triforce was.
Ah, well, at that point, yeah, I had no need for anything, so that's good.
Which, speaking of Triforces, let's talk about level 7 a little bit.
Yeah, again, I feel like level 7 was kind of like foreshadowing level 9, just that whole, you know exactly where you need to go, but nothing wants to open up for you.
Now, you did buy the 2 bomb upgrades, which I did like to see. I'm always a fan of the bomb upgrades, and we're getting a map of 9 now. And, that is definitely Swiss cheese. I'm trying to remember where Zelda was, because OPT doesn't yet have the compass. But it seems like Zelda was in one of those really annoying to get to, one of those hard to get to rooms. Let's say it that way, because I can't word tonight.
Yeah, so Zelda was in the second L in the column L and row 4 from the top. So kind of almost dead smack in the center. I mean, about as close to center as you can get on these levels.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, based on that description, every other room around Zelda was a hole in the map.
Okay, yeah, I just brought up the stream now, and sure enough, yeah, that's interesting.
We thought it was going to be a magic staircase for a little bit, and that might have been. And if it was a magic staircase, that might have been enough for OPT to pull off a U from the. What tournament was it? The 2016 one where you pulled off the 20-minute come from behind on Unos?
Yeah, something like that.
And OPT finds a pig. I'm sorry. I had to step away because a little in the neighborhood. Was it magic?
It was not magic staircase. It was just a very weird path to get to her, and there was only one way in. Although it might have been magic staircase, depending on the bomb walls. I don't remember the bomb walls exactly.
There are a few staircases just nearby, but I was able to take it. I think a passage. Let me bring my map back up here. So the passage on in column V, row 2, will take you down to the first column L, row 7, and then you go up a couple, and then basically just shoot across until you hit that wall, and then go up and to the right.
As I say, sorry, my neighborhood's having, and my internet is only up on the UPS.
It's always a good time.
I wasn't aware that UPS package company did internet.
And OPT finds the heart.
So, looking at the schedule from here, Zeb, you will face off against the winner of Adirondack Rick and Boletta, as I believe that's going to a game 3.
Okay, that'll be. Oh, here we go. So, well, he's not going to bomb to the right here, so it's probably not going to be. I'm trying to think where I picked up the compass. I think it was somewhere on that lower row. So I don't. Yeah, this isn't gonna. Well, yeah, probably not gonna head back. So anyway, yeah, no, I have. Yeah, that matchup. I'll have to take a look and see when they face off next, and make sure to try to keep an eye on that. Should be a fun matchup either way.
That is based on the schedule. If I am mistaken, and that matchup has already been resolved one way or the other, please do let me know, vehemently and heavily. Looks like OPT is kind of hesitant to use his bombs here.
Well, given all of the, given all of how, and how many bomb holes you may need to find, I don't necessarily.
It also doesn't help that level 9 trains you to just never look for bomb walls, because they never open until it's your last resort.
Yeah, this passage is gonna take him back the other way. This is where I came through, so I don't know. There. Well, I guess if you go left, and maybe you can bomb down, but definitely not going straight down there.
Let's see. Now, OPT might be able to come around from the top if he's able to bomb to the right in this room, or finds a stairway that takes him there, but he is not interested in stairs at all.
No, and the way these walls are set up, they're not really encouraging you to head to that spot, so...
Although he may take
yeah,
the
he's
stairs.
gonna need to find a compass, or hope another staircase takes him close.
Well, that wall opened.
Maybe I'm just weird, but maybe I'm just weird in this, but I see that one room sitting there in the middle of everything, off to
Yeah, it's certain.
nothing, and I think that has to be.
Yeah, it's certainly taunting you there. Either that or one of those rooms off on the right
the
side.
fourth row. Yeah, the fourth row down, right hand under the right hand L. Just, that has to be something.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to bomb down here either.
You know, it almost looks like somebody took the fourth row of this dungeon and then just shifted by a room over.
Yeah. Well, this actually might help. He might make his way into one of the rooms with well, maybe not.
He's gonna fight this Patcher, and maybe this will be one of the stairs that takes him right up near where Zelda was.
It's not. It's a drop. I think of rupee.
No. I did miss that. My apologies.
No worries.
Oh, that's not a stair either. Okay, thanks, game. OPT, one swig of Coke later, finds there's no bomb hole and just has to keep moving.
Bug testing.
She's gonna now be in this room, which this actually does kind of lead to where Zelda is. But
yes, but you can't bomb up. There's an old man. Yeah.
So it looks like there's just exactly one way to go to get to Zelda's room.
Yeah, because this room over here, you can't bomb. Well, obviously you can't bomb up, but you can't also bomb left. I don't know about down. More bug
OPT
testing.
is not gonna try it.
No. That's the, I'm almost positive that's the compass drop. Oh, because that's right, I turned back and decided to try to make my way over here to get near the, near Zelda. Thinking maybe Ganon will just happen to be nearby, so one more Keys kill, and he would have had the compass. Oh, that's a shame.
He is eventually gonna find her just by sheer virtue of running out of rooms.
Right.
But he is down to one bomb now. He's killed Ganon, I think. Yeah, he's killed Ganon.
Yeah, definitely. And he has the money if he, so desires to go back to one of the other levels and get a bomb upgrade. I know we had to pass through both of them to get anywhere, so.
Well, the other one that he hasn't purchased yet is Sevens.
Okay. Honestly, he'd probably forfeit before going to do that, but.
Can't bomb out of that room. He's gonna have to find another stair. This 9 is a good case for why tracking 9 is important.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I would assume most people do. I know it's a big thing of how much tracking do you do. I track most everything that I do, but some people just rely only on 9 because, like you said, it is an important level 2 track.
I'll generally just track 9, and I'll just track which walls don't open. And which rooms aren't stairs.
And this 9 is a little bit crazy.
It is. It's like a lot of the walls that you can't bomb are the important walls that you can't bomb, and that's what makes it this such an interesting 9.
OPT is back right where he was before, where he cannot bomb down. But does get a bomb drop.
And it looks like he's thinking the same thing that I'm thinking in this.
He's gonna try the northeast.
I'm thinking in this case, which is
He's gonna take this stair. See where this leads him.
Oh, neat.
Well, maybe.
That could have made it a lot quicker.
He sees the key door. He's gonna see the shutter door open here.
and that's gonna put OPT with a
Official time of
1:26:33.
36. So with that, we don't necessarily have time for an interview, as we do have another race coming up right here on this. Well, actually, we might be able to have it.
Hello.
Hello, OPT.
Good game, Zeb.
Good game to you too.
I thought I was doing well, too. Jeez.
So the important question I've got, OPT, is why no Vanilla 1?
I just never got around to it. Everything else just kept leading me everywhere else. I'm like, hey, I can just go all over. I normally route 3, 6 Armos item anyway, and then I had bombs, so I went up to 9, and after that I just like, I need Harkitator, so I went towards Vanilla 2. Kinda realized I hadn't gone to Vanilla 1 for a bit. I honestly didn't think it was that bad, considering I was finding, considering where I found the raft.
Yeah, that raft was a bit deep.
Yeah. Bit deep indeed.
Also, Blue Wizard's just guarding everything.
Of course, I thought I handled those guys pretty, especially got the red ring. That was nice.
And the White Sword also helped you out a good bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So not to cut the interview short, but we gotta cut it short,
Yep.
as we have JP and Stan coming up on this channel right here. I'm pretty sure. So, on behalf of our two runners, ZebGedney and OPTLawyer, on behalf of our tracker for this race, Elendar, and on behalf of BioCocom, DM Stewart 1980, this has been also, don't touch the, I would say dial, but this isn't an old TV, so don't click any buttons, as we're about to have another race coming up here in probably about a minute or two, maybe a little more. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Good night, everybody.